Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is your host with the most, King Gio in the house. Man, look, before I'm going to start this video, I have a good news. The House of Representatives passed the bill of $1.9 trillion, and my car just passed inspection. Now, before I go any further, don't forget that King Gio now has membership, so you can join my membership. And I have 3 different tiers. I got so far for now, I have silver, gold, and premium. So just look up for the perks and let me know. Sign up. Anyways, so I'm doing this video because they told me if it worked to give them a shout out, not on my video but in their video. So I'm going to do it later on. So my car inspection here in North Carolina, you have to have a car inspection like every year, right? Like any other state. But the county that I'm in this year, or last year, the governor exempt us from emission, but it still hasn't passed. And my catalytic converter has been bad it's been giving me problems. So not been giving me problems. The check engine light has come on for the past 6 months. So I bought this. I bought, the OBD reader, right? I bought this one yesterday from Walmart. This OBD reader, and it works good. It takes out the code. But what happens when you take out the code? You have to drive your car for a while, and then it still comes back on because it erases the code. And when it erases the code, you have to drive your car just so the evap can come on and all that stuff to come on. And then this morning, I erased it from yesterday, and then I erased it. And then this morning, as I'm going home, as I'm driving, I erased it, and then it came out. Everything was good. I said, "Oh my catalytic, everything is good. I should just take it and have it inspected." And then like 2 minutes later, boom, the check engine light comes on. And I'm like, oh man, what am I gonna do? So I saw this video the day before yesterday about how you can temporarily take off the check engine light off your car. So this is what they told me to get. This is what I did. They told me to get a Cataclean. I bought Cataclean, right? And then it says put in your, first you have to, at least they recommend that you have 1/4 of tank. So my tank, I would say 1/4 of a tank would be, you see that line right there? It's not, it would be, it is 1/4. 1/4 is, I'm sorry, hold on. 1/4 is right there. That's 1/4. That's a half. That's 3/4, and that's full tank. So because there's there's 4 pieces. I mean, not 4 pieces. There's 4 quarts to a gallon. So you got 1 quart, half a quart, 3 quarts, 4 quarts. So 1/4 would be here, right? It says to get here 1/4, and then when you drive it for 10 to 15 minutes, and then fill it up to 3 quarts. What's up to here? It's recommended, but this is higher. So I filled it. I went up to here, close to 3/4, and my check engine light, it's not on. And I'm going to show you. I passed. You see, everything passed. And it did work. Now, how long it's going to stay like that, I have no idea without the check engine. So I cannot tell you because I just did this like a few minutes ago. But I did drive it a good 20 miles. I drove it 20 miles. I drove it with 1/4 of a tank. I drove it a good 10 miles, and then I filled it up to 3/4 of a tank, and then I drove it another 10 miles. So altogether it was 20 miles. And with my OBD reader, I checked it, and it says everything is good. All my codes are good. There is no code. I did the IM check. That's what they check, and everything was good. So I took it to the mom and pop shop because I want to give them money. I want to give them, business. And I took it there, and they took it to the test. Boom, boom, boom. But here's different. Here, these little 2 old men. It's kind of cool because you see them checking the windows, because you have to do a full inspection. They check your brakes, they check your doors, they check your lights, where they check where your license plates are, that your lights are good. And I'm like, wow, it's kind of cool. Because you have to be very careful, because in New York, if your registration expires after that first, it's not like here they give you the whole entire month. In New York, if your registration, if you registered your car February the 1st, or let's say February the 5th, the following year, February 5th, you have to have it. You have to have it inspected on it. It doesn't give you to the whole entire month. Not like here. Here it gave me to the whole. Mine's. I registered my car here in North Carolina February 3rd of last year, and it gave me until tomorrow to have my registration. And they give you 10 days more. It's not called a grace period. But in New York, if your registration is expired, they charge you for an overlaps registration. And if your car insurance is expired, they'll charge you for that too. So you have to be careful when you go to New York. And in New York, if you get more than 6 points in if you get more than 6 points in an 18-month period, they'll fine you, and it'll be $50 for the first point and $25 for after every point. I had to pay $1,000 and some odd dollars because I still have 19 points. It was all for cell phone use, and I had to buy. My first payment was $400. My second payment was $300. Last year was $300, and I think this year I owe like $100 and something, and then just to pay that off. And luckily, with the COVID and stuff like that, my last court date was supposed to be in December in New York, and they postponed it up to I think September or October of this year. So I have enough time. I have to plead guilty, or I'm just waiting for some points to come off anyway. But yeah, so I got this at Advanced Auto. It costs $26. It's Cataclean. You know, and like it says, it reduces hydrocarbon emission up to by 50%, used as a pre-treatment before emission test, decrease carbon buildup. And it says, empty contents of a bottle into fuel tank at 1/4 full, or approximately 4 gallons. Drive normally for 10 or 15 miles. I thought it said 10 or 15 minutes, but I drove it for 10 miles. And it worked. It really did work. I thought I was going to be a skeptic about it. I was like, oh my God, was it going to really work? But it actually worked. And also, the one thing that I did notice, you can feel the difference in your car. You really can. My car wasn't sluggish before, but I could feel a little bit of the difference when I either go over a hill, stuff like that. And my Cadillac converter, I don't know what's wrong with it, but I don't have that problem that other cars have, that they say that your speed reduces if you're going up a hill. It has a hard time climbing, going up the hill. Whatever it is that these cars have that I don't know. I never had that problem. With the catalytic converter, going back, I don't have that. You know, with this, in my situation right now. So I don't lose I have no power. My car still runs the same. You know, so, but that little thing did work, and I did pass. I was like, oh man, I don't have to buy another. I have to buy a catalytic converter. But this is just the process. This is just for me to. It's a band-aid until the law for my county comes into effect. You know, for the emission. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, you know, why are you going to run the system? It's not going to run the system, bro. It's just I don't want to buy a catalytic converter. You know. So with that said, that's what you do, guys. You know. What can I say? I saved myself $300 some odd. So now I'm driving myself home. I do that. I get on the internet. I give the registration information and have my tags. Because let me tell you something. It is no good being stressed out. Not good at all. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. If you need any questions, this was for. Matter of fact, I have a 2004 Chrysler Town Car, so it could be different for another car. I don't know. The guy who did the video didn't say it had to be a certain car. He didn't say that, but I did it on mine. So if it worked on mine, hopefully it'll work on yours. Like I said, this is just a band-aid, you know. So good luck if you guys are gonna do it, and let me know if it works. All right. That's when you get code. When you get code P420. That's the code that I got. Code P420. All right, guys.